You said, before my love couldn't be bought, but now that's all I want.
Yes.
This is a lyric on
Open
your song.
up that wallet. Open it! I get so excited.
So now,
where we going, what we doing.
Do you mind if the love that's being bought for you is fake items?
I do. Don't bring me no fake shit.
Why?
You
had no issue with buying fake shit for other people?
No, because I have to know that you're sitting up at night calculating your finances on how you're going to recover because you outdid yourself. Yes.
So you want them to spend?
Yes.
Perhaps go in debt.
And when you go broke, I will leave you.
Oh.
Figure it out.
So you're here to just bleed them dry.
Yes.
As soon as you get everything, you're off. Do you normally seek out the victims, or do they come? Is it inbound calls?
Oh, no. I never chase.
So it's never outbound?
I only attract.
Inbound only.
And if you came and talked to me, that's your fault.
Right, your prerogative. You signed up for this.
Ladies, if you try to ride or die, you will, in fact, die. Don't do that shit no more. You look stupid.
Access granted.
What's up, blessed ones? You are now blaring the podcast. Brought to you by AB1 Studios. Thank you for your time. Listening. You wanna know something else, blessed ones? Hey, I want to give a shout out to Speedy. That was an interview that he had with Summer Walker. And before I get into that, I just want to again thank y'all for joining me on today's episode. This was something that I seen on social media. And the thing about social media is they will have certain things and there will be no context to it, because I didn't look at the whole video, but I did skim through it because I wanted to get to that particular part because I first seen that clip on social media. And like I told you in previous episodes, sometimes social media can be the devil. You know, it creates these narratives that will pit men and women together. Now, I'm not saying that there's not women like that, like who don't use men, but also there's also men who will use women. And I had actually made a post as far as about, like, you know, don't let, you know, women, you know, use you for control. And I would say also told the women, you know, don't let men use you, you know, for pleasure. But, you know, but this particular point that Summer Walker was saying, as far as like, if you go broke, I'm gonna leave you, and there's context behind that. And even before and after, you know, she was talking about as far as like just something that she had dealt with. She have experienced, you know, being this lover girl and kind of still been mistreated. You know, you want to treat people how you want to be treated. And oftentimes, you know, the nice man finished last, or the, like, you know, nice girl finished last. But I'm going to say this as well. You know, men, you know, we're held to a higher standard. We're held to a higher regard. So that's why it's always a battle. It shouldn't be a battle, but I think things got lost. You know, when women was finally allowed to vote and finally have, you know, some type of leadership position, things may have changed. Men may became more lazy. Men became a little less self-sufficient. Because even myself, and I say this all the time, I'm someone who, like, I had lived with women before. Like, I lived with, like, before me and my ex-wife had got married, I had, when I moved back down here from DC, I had, you know, moved back down. You know, she was pregnant with my son. And, you know, I ended up, you know, moving with her, and then we ended up getting a place together. Then after me and her separated and divorced, you know, I ended up moving back home. Then me and one of my dear friends, you know, we got in a relationship, and I was living with her, you know, helping her with, you know, children and everything. And I said this, and then, like, so I'm self-aware, you know, because even with the, you know, the potential that I may have had, or the care that I may have had when the woman, I'm not even gonna say, you know, the leader, but like if a man is leaning on a woman, they will have some insecurities. You know, even for me, like, I wasn't insecure, but, you know, because I was contributing, you know, at that time, you know, I was unemployed, I was collecting a check, but I was helping with the house. Like, I was, you know, cleaning up, you know, helping with the children and stuff, and, you know, we wasn't married, but this is the thing when things are out of order. But I will say this, because this is not really, like, I want to be quick, because it's just like with that particular point, you know, about using men for their money. You know, you don't even have to bust it open. You don't have to do these things. I mean, it's justified. I mean, everybody has their own experience. Everybody has their history. They have their reasons to do what they do now, whether it's right or wrong. But you always want to do the right thing. I always just say, like, especially when it comes to dating, you know, because this is how you stop this men and women battle. This is how you stop the war. Be equally yoked with somebody, please. Be equally yoked. Because regardless of how the world tries to define it, or how society puts these expectations on men, these expectations on women, and again, like I said, I understand that everybody believes in God, or even read scripture or know scripture, but there's an order. You know, men, you know, as the head, you know, we're supposed to provide, we're supposed to protect. However, it is also an order for that. You know, men needs to respect and love their wife. And while you're dating, trying to build or trying to create or form some type of relationship, you know, you still have to build, you still have to respect them. But you want to lead with love. Always lead with love, because I think if you lead with lust, if, like, you can be attracted to somebody, like I just mentioned, like, you can be attracted to somebody, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should approach them. There's certain things that need to happen organically. It's like, even if I go back to the point where everybody had outraged about Doechii, when she had made a comment about, you know, or like, if you're a straight man, it's, you know, that's a red flag. And a lot of people went on outrage. I mean, there was mixed, I heard people in the hip hop culture and podcast culture talk about it. Like, again, I regardless of whether she was joking or not, and even if Walker was joking in this, and even, like I said, I had browsed through the interview with Speedy to, you know, try to find that clip, because I wanted to point out something. I wanted to explain something. You know, I mean, we need money. we need money. Like, even like now, like with the government shutdown going on and the SNAP benefits being removed, this is more of a testament for you as an individual. You know, there's women who have children, men, even men. There's men who take care of their kids as well. But I want to try to be clear as I possibly can, and then I'm gonna be done. And I promise I'll be done. Like I said, everything is justified. You can justify anything. But everything that's good for you isn't right for you. Even like this is an example. It's good to know your value. It's good to know your worth. It's good to know who is for you and who is not for you, who you equally yoked with. However, it's not right to have premarital sex. It's not right to mingle with people that doesn't align with your goal. I mean, it might, like I said, it's good to know your value and know your worth, and unfortunately, because of, you know, these times, people will oftentimes tell us our worth. And worth and value are two different things. However, my observation, because again, it's not about my opinion, my observation is, you know, a lot of us, because again, like I said, even for myself, I was lost for a long time. And even now, like my current situation, and I might not have said it directly, but my current situation, I live with my mother. 38 years old, live with my mother. Life has happened. I made some poor decisions, and this had led me back here. But I'm grateful that I have somewhere to go. So I have to, like I said, I literally had to restart everything. You know, I have a son. Even though I'm not married anymore, I still have a child that I have to provide for and I have to protect for. I don't have a companion. You know, so thank God for my mother, because like I said, it was almost like I was living with one of my parents. Then I got with my ex-wife, got married, separated from my ex-wife, went back to one of my parents, went back to one of my parents or a relative, ended up getting my own place. I only lived in 2 places in my whole adulthood by myself. But it wasn't even like I had to pay $700, $800 for a room. It was like my own apartment. It was a room in a house, but I had my own bathroom and everything. The only thing was shared was the kitchen for me. But and then even before, like my most recent place that I was in, own bathroom, only thing shared with the kitchen. But see, I'm comfortable. I'm aware of my purpose in life and my value and worth. My money, what I make, doesn't make up who I am as an individual. Now, I understand that it's important to have provision and to have stability. But like I said, I'm not married anymore. You know, when I was married, you know, there was still some struggles, but again, that was just poor decision making. You with finances. But again, it may require different things. Me, as a man, if I allow society or the world to dictate what it is to be a man, then I'm doomed. Then I'm not a man. My heart, my intentions, my fruits can be good, but because I don't have the financial stability or the 6-figure job or a house or my own place or whatever it is, if I don't have anything that is considered an asset, I would be useless to women. And I'm gonna be honest. In some senses, I can understand and maybe somewhat agree, but that doesn't make up who I am. Because, like I said, you can have all the money in the world and have cars, businesses, and still be a crappy person. But even for me, like, I'm 38. I'm not married. I have a son, so I have to still provide for him. So I do have a little bit of help, but ain't nothing wrong with having help. But I'm not, but it goes back again. I'm not trying to justify anything, but it's just like, let's make sense about it. I always say, if you're not equally yoked with someone, that's what it's about. So those who you may agree with Summer Walker, whether you're a man or a woman, hey, to each his own. And I'll give you another example. This is from years ago when people was getting on Kevin Hart about his current wife, and they's like, she's only with you because you have money and this and that, and he was like, so. Because it's like when you level up, you're gonna want to have the all the different aesthetics. Like, you want to have the nice house, nice cars, the more attractive woman. I mean, that's fine. I mean, like I said, again, we're still in this world. We're in a body, we're in a flesh. So again, I always just like to give people grace. I see a lot of opinions, a lot of views, a lot of perspectives that make sense, that may be good. It may be some good points, but it goes back into what's right. That's why, even for me, like I said, I don't even want to be entertaining certain women because I know what they're about. I don't act my wage. I act my faith. And I'll say that again. I don't act my wage, nor my age. I act my faith. Certain things that I aspired to be or pursued, I didn't have the discipline or the patience for it. Not because I was lazy or because I didn't want to do it, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't right for me. Working is always good. A man who works is a man who eats, but it also has to be right as well. And like I said, I had to start over. I had to start over. It's unfortunate. I've been blessed. I understand that not everybody has the advantage. Sometimes I feel ashamed or like a failure because I'm living with my mother. No, but it's just me and her here. I pay. I do what I need to do to sustain. But it goes back again. I'm alive. I have my life, health, and strength. But like I said, by the grace of God, because I still believe that one day I'm going to be a billionaire. In my heart, I am a billionaire. I gave myself until I was 40 to reach these goals, to reach my financial goals, to reach my body goals. because, like I said, I had to restart. It's okay to restart because you're still alive. But because of this economy right now, we have to focus on chasing a bag. And sometimes when we're chasing a bag, it requires us to sacrifice certain things. Like even for myself, I had struggled with it all the time. I had struggles sacrificing, eating out. I had trouble sacrificing, helping, other people. Like I said, I was living with my ex-wife at one point. Yeah, we got married and then we was living together. Then I was living with me and my friend, like my goddaughter's mother. And like I said, they all been on my podcast before. But the thing about it is, it was out of order. That's why it didn't work. Nothing's wrong with helping people. Nothing's wrong with being in a relationship. And even I was talking about this in Sunday school. When people shack up, is it wrong? Because if you have self-control, if you can control yourself, if you don't commit fornication or adultery, you're good. But I might have to go back and look back and do a little bit more, reading on that. But like I said, at the same time, I just wanted to, go off course for a minute and address it, because sometimes it makes me upset. It's like, oh man, Summer Walker, beautiful woman. She can sing, but she has 3 children, not married, makes great music, just came off tour with Chris Brown. Men are attracted to her. So when you hear women of her caliber say something like that then makes men feel resentment and feel negative, because it's like, and it's not even necessarily about whether they can get her or not. It's just like, man, everything got to be about money. Like, money isn't even, like, for the love of money is the root of all evil, but money isn't why we fall. Men, we lose our empires not because of money. It's not even because of women, but the lust. So when we change our hearts, when we take a look at ourselves. I said I was done. This is why I don't make promises I can't keep. When we take a look at ourselves and reflect on ourselves, and it's like, man, why are we upset about that? If you have it and you do not, and that's not something that you do, if you're not a provider, if you're not taking care of a woman and you have it, I mean, because it goes back again, celebrities. Because she's a celebrity. The thing about celebrities that people fail to realize is that they have that appeal to them. And I did want to say this, and then I'm gonna be done this time. This time there was something in particular that I wanted to say. This is the reason why I had to share this episode today. We allow celebrities to get away with certain things that the normal, they're everyday people too, but they're just like celebrities. But we like, as long as Summer Walker is still giving us great music, we don't care what like we have all these thoughts on like how she may feel about men or relationships, but you're not going to start supporting her because of that, because she makes great music. It's just like with Mary J. Blige. we love Mary J so much. It's like we want her to be in, bad relationship because she brings good music. Like, his thing is like, if we're not being benefited from somebody's value, then we kind of we don't really want to hear from him. That's why I said for a long time R. Kelly was able to get away with certain things because he made great music. Diddy, there's people who already knew about the things that they done, but it goes back again to where it's like, as long as you're not an abuser, then you're good. So men will get a bad rap because it's unfortunate, nobody's gonna, no man is gonna tell on a woman and say, yeah, this woman was abusive or whatever. And, but that's the thing, like, we give celebrities passes because what they give us. Like, there's a lot of people in the industry, and the Hollywood movie industry, music industry, even in Wall Street. There's some Wall Street people. There are some celebrity Wall Street people. I would say, that that are foul people, but we don't care because they make good music or they have good movies. So that's really what I just wanted to really say. I said all that to say this. But as always, stay safe, stay prosperous, productive, and positive. If you have any questions, suggestions, requests, you know what to do. Just remember, check your heart. This is Blood. I'm out.